What's up, everybody? Yellow. So hi, coming from CC Cube Slayer here. We got our Versus episode number 4. This is the Versus series. This episode is going to be talking about cubes with edge repelling magnets. How do we feel that tech has improved or not improved the performance of the cubes? Are there other cubes out there with different or less tech that still perform just as well? We're going to go over all of this. First off, though, I do want to remind everyone we do have our giveaway going on. We have a free RS3M V5 going away to anyone that likes and subscribes to our giveaway video and simply leaves a comment of your favorite cube and why. Don't forget to like and subscribe, though, because I'm going to be picking from a list of subscribers, and if you're not on the subscriber list, even if you commented, I won't find you, so just make sure to subscribe. I love the comments I've been getting. I've been trying to give feedback to all of them. I love hearing what everyone's been saying so far. It's really, really fun to interact with everyone. So yeah, keep it going, and yeah, let's jump into this. So right now, so far, I only have 3 cubes that actually have edge repelling magnets, but I do notice a drastic difference. But I also have gotten one recently that isn't quite as up to standard. So I just want to go over all this. So my first cube with edge repelling magnets I ever got was actually the GAN 13. This cube, I don't know, it's got a lot of mixed reviews. I hear a lot of people that don't like it, but I honestly feel like a lot of that is because the GAN 12 was liked so much, and people kind of then expected that the GAN 13 would be so much better for the price or whatever, which I honestly think it is, and I have some reasons why. I don't get into those, but first, just going off the edge repelling magnets, this cube does have a very like self-completing auto-completion turn, and this one, so the GAN 13 now is $69.99. Originally I bought it for like $85. 56 millimeters, standard size for 3x3. On the lighter side, though, still it's slightly heavier than the GAN 11 and 12, but it's still at 71 grams, and released back in September of 2022, though. So this kind of was ahead of its time. It had, a lot of features. It has, adjustable corner magnets. It has edge repelling magnets. The only thing it doesn't have that the GAN 14 has is the adjustable edge repelling magnets, really, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see much else beneficial from it, but anyways, yeah, that's where I stopped getting the GAN puzzles, was the GAN 14. I did not go for the whole 1296 customization options. Just too much. But I will say I've always loved the GAN 13's performance. Let me see if I can take an edge piece out here. So you can see right there, you have your edge repelling magnet, and that's going to be the same for all 3 of these. I have the WRM V9 and the QiYi M Pro BallCore UV edition. The QiYi M Pro is the newest addition to the collection. That went in nice and easy. I love that. Sorry, my hands are a little cold this morning. Let me get warmed up. But this, like I said, this cube has an amazing turn. This is heavily lubed to slow it down a bit, and it does still seem to complete its turns really nicely. So this is the feature that I feel like you should be looking for with a cube with edge repelling magnets. There's so many cubes now with ball cores and magnetized cores that I feel like if they're offering edge repelling magnets, then you're expecting even more. So yeah, this puzzle, like I said, came out back in 2022. You now have the GAN 14 available, and that's all and well, but I think this is kind of where it peaked. And I will say this is where where the people love the GAN 12. It's considered the best cube, and even the GAN 11. But I will make a case for why this is better. So the GAN 11 and 12 were a little lighter, but I do have I have both. I have the mini, which is the GAN 11 essentially, and I have the GAN 12 UI. And I will say the GAN 12, they're both very light, and they're both very, good feeling, but they're a little more clacky and a little more light, and where I don't know if it's the extra weight from the magnets or what it is, but the 13 just feels a little smoother to me. It could just honestly be how I have it lubed, but the 13, I don't know, this is my favorite of these out of the 11, 12, and 13. This is by far my favorite. Yeah, this is always in contention for one of my mains. Every time I'm looking for a new cube, it's to battle with this one pretty much. I use the GAN 12 UI mostly for just the Smart Cube application. I honestly think I would still use the 13 over the 12 in competition or any of that. The 11 I think is amazing, or the mini, but it's just, I have used it for different reasons. It's for, one hand or a lot of other things, but it still is an amazing puzzle. But I will say, they don't have that autocomplete. It somewhat does. It wants to start, those magnets are pulling it like it wants to finish its turn, but it's not near what the edge repelling magnets are. And it's the same with again, these are heavily lubed because I had to slow these down quite a bit when I got them. But yeah, they don't finish that turn, where this is, if I just kind of give it a bump there, it really wants to go. And so, being only a couple grams heavier than the 12, this is where, again, don't be mad at me, but I make my case for the GAN 13 being one of the best cubes. I know some people out there like it, some people really don't, so whatever floats your boat, but that's my opinion. So let's get back to our edge repelling magnets. So like I said, those were just two cubes that I know are famously good, and I really truly believe that the edge repelling magnets make this cube a better cube. I don't know that I would need adjustable edge magnets. I think that this is kind of perfect the way it is, but it also begs to, the question of what else are they going to add, and that brings you to the super way long and the 20 magnet 20 magnet core WRMV9. Sorry, can't get my words out. But the reason I haven't got those cubes, because trust me, if I really thought it was worth it, I would have bought those cubes. I mean, this is all my personal collection. So, but what I've heard is that, let me get to the V9, I guess. But what I've heard is that, because the V9 has a very pronounced, very profound autocomplete, auto turn, whatever you want to call it, auto alignment. This one is by far, I think, the most, and this is why this makes this is probably my main right now, like my favorite cube. I say that about a lot, but I just rotate a lot back and forth because I'm always trying to find the best. But if you just keep looking at that, it really wants to finish that turn. And to me, that's what edge repelling magnets should do. So yeah, the super way long and the 20 magnet V9, what I've heard is just that they made the magnets lighter, and so they've added magnets to the core. And they might have felt they needed to do this, because if they add too many magnets to the core with heavy magnets, it'll just be way too clunky and over magnetized, which I could see that. But from the reviews I've heard, it sounds like it kind of balances out, where it has this really nice, profound magnetic effect right now, and seems like they've taken out the heavier magnets and inserted more magnets in the core, but lighter magnets in the pieces, which, from what I've heard, makes it feel very similar to the way the cube's already set up. So I wasn't going to go and spend the money on a cube that I don't feel is worth it. I have the special edition WRMV9. If I think the cube is different and will actually perform better or whatever, I'm all for it. But I don't feel like it's actually doing much for it. I actually remember the day that the cube came out, and I just thought to myself, that was smart and stupid at the same time, because they devalued their super way long by putting 20 magnets into the WRMV9. By doing that, why do you need the super way long, essentially only for adjustable corner magnets? So that kind of, to me, I feel like Moyu's going in a lot of different directions trying to figure out what they're doing. And I just personally, I found this WRMV9 on sale for $33 from the Cubicle, and that's what I've spent on. I spent $43 whatever on special edition, but yeah, $33 on sale for the BallCore UV, regular WRMV9, and this is probably one of my favorite. I like it over the special edition for sure. But yeah, this again, see if we can pop up this. The ball cores on these make the pieces a little harder to cut out. So if I can't, I'll just leave it for now. But there we go. So again, edge repelling magnets. So that way, I'll take a corner out too here. So you can see the ball core in there. And so where your magnets are magnetized in the corner, let's put this back in so you can see how it should really just kind of float there, because that magnet, not only the piece is holding in place, but the core is holding in place. But yeah, when this magnet again is attracted to the corner, the opposite magnet here, nope, sorry kitty, the opposite magnet is in here, so when it goes over that corner, it's then repelled to push the cube around. I'm sure a lot of people know this. I'm explaining it for the people that maybe don't. This cube is made by, or this channel is made by a newer cuber, and it's going to be also geared towards newer cubers a lot of times, because I'm not trying to sound smarter or know more than I do. I just want to offer the information that I've found. So again, we have our GAN 13 and our WRM V9 BallCore UV, and both of these are top tier for me. I mean, these are like my favorites. I was really excited to do this video actually, because these are my favorite cubes. But so next cube we're gonna get to is the QiYi M Pro BallCore UV edition, and this is where. So let's do the specs real quick. Like always, I say I did my homework. I got all the information on these written down. I'm old school pen and paper type guy. So the QiYi M Pro BallCore UV, $17.99. Let's first acknowledge that you just can't really beat that price. I mean, we're also comparing an $85 cube to a $17.99 cube. So that we got to keep that in mind, obviously. This also came in a little smaller. This is 55 millimeters, which is awesome. I like a little bit smaller puzzle. I think the only downside of the GAN is that they're full sized at 56 millimeters. This is on the heavier side at 85 grams. This came out at the end of 2023, like right at the end of November. So it's a brand new cube, but I have a lot of things I do not like about this cube. Again, it's $17.99, so you know, if you are on a budget and you want all of the tech inside, this is the cube for you. If you have a little more money to spend, I would absolutely recommend the WRM V9 BallCore UV, I'll get to some other honorable mentions and some other recommendations in a minute, because this is a topic that I feel strongly about. So this cube, $17.99. I had to get it. I mean, I didn't really need the cube, honestly, but for that price and for what they were offering, edge repelling magnets, UV coated, sorry, get my hand out of the way, UV coated edge repelling magnets, corner to core magnetization, really everything that the GAN 13, everything that the WRM V9 has, but for a really budget price. So I wanted to go ahead and try that out. The thing that the downside to this cube is the magnets are very weak. Where I was showing how they kind of self-complete and turn, like this cube has almost no auto alignment. I mean, like for having core magnets and edge repelling magnets, and this is where I said I'd get to other recommendations, because there are plenty of cubes out there that do not have edge repelling magnets, that have just corner to core magnets, and they auto align more than this. So that's one thing I do want to point out, is that, I mean, like I'm pushing it pretty much the whole way. Like I'm tapping that until it's at a complete 90. And the flip side to that is it wouldn't be bad if it had really good corner cutting, which it does not. This cube, I mean, it will do 45 degrees, but I am really wrenching it. I mean, I'm really, really doing it hard. And honestly, it kind of was like resisting a little bit just before I started the video. I was testing it out. I was surprised that it's doing it even this easily. So I'll give it that credit. See, I kind of locked up there for a second, but it does. I mean, it feels amazing in your hands. It turns well. It just has very light magnets. Let me also get into, because I'm sure people know with the GAN puzzles, You have your dual adjustment, especially with the new GAN 13 where you use your little SD card tool. I didn't feel like I really had to go into that. If you have questions about that, leave them in the comments. I'll absolutely answer them. But yeah, you get your little SD card tool and you turn the bottom wheel for, what is it, center travel, one's for compression or something like that. I just didn't forget which is which. I believe the bottom is center travel and the top is compression. But yeah, you use your little tool and that's about it. Pretty straightforward. I think there's like 1 through 8 and you just put it on there. The only thing with GAN is I know sometimes the lower numbers mean more intensity and the higher numbers mean less, so you do have to just kind of look out for that, but that's about the only curveball that they're throwing at you. And then MoU is even more straightforward because they've had the same dual compression system forever, so still the same compression cup and screw with either maglev or springs depending on the cube you have. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to switch out some springs for maglev and maglev for springs on some standard cubes and see kind of how that feels. I'm going to do some customization with some other cubes, but yeah, so this one again, very straightforward. No adjustable magnets, where the GAN 13 does have corner adjustable magnets, which adjusts how far the torpedo inside the corner magnet, or inside of the corner piece, how close it is to the core. If it's you decrease the magnetization, it pulls it away from the magnet, and increase, it pushes it closer. So again, that's those. This one, again, very similar. It has a screw with maglev or springs, depending on which one you get. And then very much like the MoU, has just kind of a secondary compression system that you can actually use with just your finger. Yeah, you can just use your fingernail and like just push them around, or a small screwdriver, like anything like that. But very straightforward, nothing new. This is actually very much like a MoU puzzle, but just like a cheaper one, I feel like. So yeah, my overall opinion of this is that it's a great puzzle for the price and everything. And that's, I know if you've ever watched my videos, I don't like qualifiers for the price, but this is one where it's just, again, if you're looking for all the features for a cheap price, this is probably your best bet. But I do also feel like there's some better cubes out there for that money. Like even for that same money with that less technology, I feel like there's some better cubes, because sometimes less is more. Just cramming as much stuff in here is not the answer if it doesn't perform better. And that's the whole point I've been trying to get to in this, is that, you know, the technology and the new features and whatnot are great, but that's only if it makes your cube perform better. If not, then you're better off sticking with something you've already been using. So again, QiYi Pro, GAN 13, WRM V9. Personally, if you're out there, I would recommend probably the V9. It's right in the middle of the price spectrum at like $40. It's usually I can find it on sale or something. I mean, this is a very, very good all-around cube. If you're really a top-tier cuber, this will work great for you. If you're brand new, this will also be great for you. It's a little fast. You're gonna have to lube it if you're new, but yeah, it's a great cube. And you could also always get the standard version if you're a new cuber. But so then now I want to go to some honorable mentions, or some cubes that I think possibly outperform, say, the QiYi Pro, but have less tech. And these are all going to have magnetic cores. They're at least going to have a BallCore or magnetic cores to them. But I do, and again, they probably won't have adjustable magnets or any of that, but I have some cubes here that I feel like definitely give that QiYi Pro a run for their money. And the first one, because the first one that comes to mind, honestly, is the Daiyang Guhong Pro. This cube came out almost the same time, has almost the same price. The only difference in specs really is that it doesn't have edge repelling magnets, but this one, I would say the auto alignment on this cube is stronger. Again, these are all lubed out of the box, straight dry. This would obviously be much stronger, but these core magnets are so much stronger that they actually let it auto align without edge repelling magnets. So this cube really blew me away. I did just a quick unboxing of it, but man, I have just really loved this thing. It reminds me so much of the Tornado, the way it has that kind of, just because I got the original Tornado before the UV came out, and it had that glossy plastic, Kind of a cheap plastic feel, but it's not cheap. It's just that it feels light. And this is not that light of a puzzle, so that's interesting that it feels like that, because maybe it's just easy to turn the pieces, so it feels light. But yeah, personally, this is like $19.99, so $2 more. But I would say this absolutely outperforms the QiYi Pro. I wouldn't go as far as saying the GAN or the WRM, but this, again, for $20, I think that you get a much better cube. Same with, say, let's see, the Tornado. I mean, the Tornado is a perfect example. I mean, it doesn't have edge repelling magnets, but I mean, this thing, you can see, it finishes those turns. This one is also like, I lube all my cubes pretty heavy. I like fast cubes, and I like to try and control them, because when you find that sweet spot, you get this really cushy but fast and but controllable feel, and that's the most desired feel I can explain, or the best way I can explain it. But yeah, even this one finishes its turns better. Also, this cube is just silent. The Tornado, I know people have probably said that before, and the Guhong is too, actually. There's a little more clack going on in this one, but I mean, they're very similar as far as feel. They feel very soft and squishy, but fast. Very good magnets on the inner core. Let's see. And also the YS3M BallCore UV. This cube feels great. Also, I mean, there it goes. And that's again how you know it's lubed pretty heavy. It's like it's literally pulling to finish its turn through all the lube and all the sludge inside my cube. So that's actually pretty impressive. There you go, like, get that finishing turn. And also, I should have been showing you all these. All of these have amazing corner cutting, so you don't really necessarily need that perfect auto alignment, because it's so forgiving as far as the turning. But yeah, the YS3M, the Tornado, the Guhong Pro. Let's see, even the special edition WRM V9. It's the second time I've done that. The special edition WRM V9 is great. I mean, it definitely does not. I mean, will 100% see the difference with no edge repelling magnets. It does not finish that turn. Not at all, really. But the cube feels great. It's a little slower and more controllable. You can see the light blue internals, so you know it's actually the special edition. But yeah, there's a reason people like this. So that's where, for me, I like that kind of out of control, really fast turn that the edge repelling magnets and what certain cubes offer. Some people don't. That's where, everyone that liked the PiCube version really, I feel like, likes a more controllable cube. Those springs slow it down just ever so slightly. I mean, that might attribute to it too. You have a little bit of friction with springs that you don't have with maglevs, so that would let it turn a little easier. So there's not just the edge repelling magnets factoring in there. But yeah, let's see what else. And then we already talked about the GAN puzzles. So again, I think the GAN 12 and the GAN 11 also give the QiYi Pro. I mean, again, they're GAN, so they're going to be more expensive. But yeah, they have less technology, and plus those are getting older. As these cubes get older, the prices just keep coming down, because every time they come out with a new cube, they can't keep the price the same, or else it won't work with the price of their new cube. So yeah, I mean, as time goes by, I mean, some of these cubes that are older are still such viable options, and that's one of the things I want to point out too, is that like I said, sometimes more is not better. In certain circumstances, I mean, it is, but this is why I'm here, is to offer an objective opinion about this, so you can kind of decide, how do I feel about it. And one last one, I gotta throw this one in there, is the RS3MV5. This is one of my personal just favorite cubes right now. But again, for $25, I got this one on sale for like $20.99, I think, even. Again, check out the Cubicle for sales. They're always having sales. They're always doing giveaways. I mean, no matter what you buy, they usually give you a free prize or gift. I find a great deal there always. So, and their customer service is really good. But yeah, again, RS3MV5. This is another one that would absolutely, I would say, give it a run for its money, and it's only $25, so it's only $7 more than the QiYi Pro, but I would 100% recommend this over it. So yeah, RS3MV5, WRMV9, GAN 13. Those are probably my top recommendations. And again, and the Guhong Pro. If you're really looking for like the best puzzle for around $20, the Guhong Pro I feel like is there, and then the RS3M V5 at 25 is like right behind it. So yeah, best budget, high end budget cubes, Guhong Pro and RS3M V5, and then best cubes overall, WRM V9 and the GAN 13. And I will throw the Tornado in there, even though it doesn't have the edge repelling magnets, but it's still one of my favorite cubes. God, that is smooth. So yeah, we have more episodes coming. Hopefully you're still watching. I'm going to be doing a Megaminx comparison next. I'm also going to be doing a 2x2 comparison. So that'll be episodes 5 and 6. Also, we have our giveaway still coming up tomorrow. So everyone stay tuned. Like I said, make sure to like and subscribe. Emphasis on subscribe. I'm going to be pulling the winner from the subscriber list. So I appreciate the comments. And also, shipping to the U.S. only. I really apologize. I can only ship inside the U.S. at the moment. Anyone feel free to comment and participate. I really encourage it. Please do. I love the comments, but I just want to let you know I can only ship to the U.S. right now. So yeah, anyone that wants to get involved, get in there. But like I said, make sure to like and subscribe, or else your comment will not move. I don't want to say it's for nothing, but it won't get you into the contest. So make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next episode. Peace.